I will give you 7 signs that will help you spot a bad twin flame coach, because it is of course important to get the right coach if you want coaching that can actually help you evolve or get into the next level. So there are some things that bad twin flame coaches might tell you, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they are. So first of all, welcome to my channel. My name is Janine. I have been coaching people on their soul connection journeys for 18 years now. Since 2005, I've spoken to thousands of clients. I am a certified love attraction coach. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, a love assumption coach, and Ho'oponopono coach, and also of course I am an astrologer and psychic medium. So I would say I do have a little bit of experience when it comes to soul connections. And if you want my help, you can find my contact information in the description box below. But let's start. What would a bad twin flame coach tell you? Well, first of all, a bad twin flame coach would label the connection. And a twin flame, it's very hard to really confirm if it is a twin flame or not, because first of all, as a coach, you don't have all of the information. You cannot be inside your client's body and really get all of the information, right? And you can never have like the full picture. It is way easier to figure out if something is not a twin flame, like if it's toxic or has different kind of attributes. But a good twin flame coach would never tell you it is a twin flame. Why? Because we're humans too, and we can make mistakes. And there is so much stigma connected to the twin flame label, like they're the other half of your soul. You can never get over them. There's never going to be anyone as special as them. And then imagine you're dealing with a toxic person and who is not your twin flame, but maybe a karmic. And then there is this like expert, proclaimed expert, that tells you, oh, but this is your twin flame. And then you read about twin flames and you realize, oh my God, this is my only chance for true love, which is not true, by the way. That can be like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because according to the law of assumption, we manifest anything. Okay, I believe we cannot manifest a specific person to be our twin flame, because we cannot manifest a specifically person to be our biological mother either. They either are our biological mother or father, or they're not. And a twin flame either is a twin flame or not. However, we can manifest someone to be our true love. Ditch the label. What's the label? If you find true love, it does not matter. As I always say, there is no truer love than true love. So if you find this amazing person, good. But yeah, it can be really, really dangerous to falsely label someone a twin flame because of all of this stigma, and it can lead to a lot of pain. So what a good twin flame coach would do is they would tell you what a twin flame feels like, what it is like to meet a twin flame. They would give you signs. By the way, I do have a video, 20 signs about a true twin flame connection. You can check it out. And a good twin flame coach would let you see how you resonate. Again, if they realize, oh my God, you're stuck in something really toxic and karmic, if I know something is not a twin flame, then I would tell a client, yes, but I would never say, if I'm not sure, I'm not sure, right? But I would never say it is. If I have a sense it might be, then I would give them some information about twin flames, and I would tell them to gather more information to see how it resonates. So what is the number one sign you may be dealing with a twin flame? Well, it's you meet and it changes everything. You start to question everything, like, do I love my job? Yes, no. Are there people in my life that are treating me bad? If so, you will get rid of them. Not in that sounded bad. I meant by that you will like break up with them or end friendships. A true twin flame connection, you all of a sudden have the strong urge to do shadow work, like oppressed stuff comes up, and now you have the urge to really address it and heal it. You may now have the urge to go find help, maybe a therapist or a coach or anyone else. You will maybe find YouTube videos that will guide you through this process. A twin flame connection is very much guided by the divine, and you will get the information you need. And if you stay stuck in a long time without any growth and it's just repeating karmic cycles, it's not a twin flame. But if they come and it changes everything and you quickly learn to get over, like victim mentality, blaming them, but you realize, oh my God, they're my mirror, and you start doing the work, then it's a very good chance that you may be dealing with a twin flame, or at least a high level soul connection. So if you find this coach and they tell you, oh yeah, it's definitely the twin flame, it's not a good coach, because it can create a lot of chaos and pain to falsely label someone a twin flame. So if they do that, no real twin flame or no good twin flame coach would ever dare to label this sacred connection, because it's sacred. And they wouldn't go around, oh yeah, that's your twin flame, and then the other person, oh yeah, that's your twin flame. And no, that's somebody who's still very much stuck in their ego, and I don't know, have some kind of God complex. I don't know what's going on there. But hands off those kind of coaches, please. It can keep you stuck in something that's very toxic. The second sign your twin flame coach may not be good, or you should be aware, is they don't have an understanding of what a divine counterpart is. So a twin flame is a divine counterpart. And you can already tell, divine counterpart. It's not distorted counterpart. It's a divine counterpart. So we do meet a true twin flame, yes, in order to heal and ascend more. And yes, there's still maybe some shadows. If you're not in self-love, they will not come and choose you. Even maybe they are with another person, they will not choose you if you're not in self-love. If you still have fears of loss, neglect, abandonment, they will not give you commitment. So that could be an issue. If you still are in the anxious attachment style, they will mirror that by being in the avoidant attachment style, not give you commitment, and maybe even running and ghosting might be an issue. But they're not toxic, okay? It's very important. If they're abusive in any kind of way, it is not a twin flame, because it's a divine counterpart. And in order to attract a divine counterpart, you may not have to be done with all of the healing, but you don't start at zero. You probably already have ascended to some kind of level. At least the feminine energy, who is the way shower, has. And then the masculine, of course, is at the same level, but maybe still a little bit more stuck or behind when it comes to the 3D, not the 5D. 5D, they're same level always. So if you encounter a twin flame coach that tells you, a twin flame can be toxic or they're narcissists, know that somebody who is still very much stuck in their own ego, and who is still like in victim mentality and blaming the other person, and that coach has not accepted responsibility for what is getting mirrored back to them. Because if we label the other person as toxic, you still have a lot to do. Because the more you ascend, the more you realize, okay, it's not them, it is some unhealed stuff, and they are just the means. They're still promised me to mirror them to me, and it's not their fault. If I eat unhealthy and I get acne, it's not the fault of the mirror if it shows me pimples. It is my own responsibility to clear the acne, to clear my thoughts, to heal my assumptions and my concept about myself and men or women in general, relationship and love in general, and them specifically. If you want to know what I'm talking about, I do have a video called The 4 Main Things That Needs to Heal in Order to Attract Union. You will find a link below. If they still say the other person, it's their fault, they're not coming, they're toxic, and any kind of that stuff, they're still very much stuck in their ego, so I wouldn't trust them to guide you. Another thing a good twin flame coach would not do is claiming that a twin flame connection is better than another kind of connection like a soulmate, because a twin flame, as I said, is all about the ascension journey, and it is true love, absolutely, and it's a very intense connection. But a soulmate connection can also be true love, and as I just said, there is no truer love than true love. And an ascended person would realize that our soul, first of all, shows what kind of experience we made, and that there is no better or worse, there's only connections. And also an awakened twin flame coach would tell you, we are connected to everyone. The twin flame connection, it's not, you're not more connected to them, to any other soul, because ultimately there's only one soul on this entire planet that is fragmented in order to experience itself. The twin flame just has a very specific vibration in connection to your own vibration, and it's a template. It's something your soul chose in order to ascend and to heal, and that is why it is felt extremely intense. But an ascended person would know that every soul in your life is special, and a soulmate connection is not less than a twin flame connection. I do have a video on that as well. It is called Twin Flames the Elite, if you want to know more about that. But this kind of elite thinking, yeah, a twin flame is better than other connections. It's still somebody who is very much in their spiritual ego. And a twin flame connection is not better, it's just a different template. Because not every soul chose to come to this earth to have this grand spiritual awakening that a twin flame connection comes. But maybe the soul chose to experience true love, long-lasting, lifelong lasting, everlasting true love, having that person that kind of completes them, like it's felt to be because we already are complete, okay? Nobody completes you, you already are complete, but we can say or feel like, oh my god, you complete me, right? You get what I mean. And this can be a soulmate. A soulmate can be your best lover and best friend at the same time as well. So that is nothing that is less than a twin flame connection. Or are you trying to tell me that when you see a couple that's married and has been married for like 60 years and you see them at the park holding hands and laughing with one another, and they're not twin flames, they're just soulmates, that is any less? No, it's not. It's very much spiritual ego to say that twin flames are better than other connections. It's just a different template. It's a different experience that your soul chose. Well, if this information already helped you, please like and leave a comment, because that tells me what kind of information you want out there, and it will help me, of course, to create more content in the future. Also, if you already get some vital information, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell icon, and that way you won't miss any other videos that can help you ascend with your twin flame and get closer to twin flame union. Please also check out my Twin Flame 101 playlist. I will upload a new video every Monday. Also, I have a new playlist about debunking twin flame myth, and check those out. But now let's get back to the video and talk about the fourth sign of a bad twin flame coach. Well, they misunderstand what letting go means. They tell you to let go of your twin flame, but what they don't mean is what we are supposed to do, is letting go of control. You know, letting go actually means you let them do their thing and you focus on your own journey, because that person came as your mirror and they triggered you most likely, right? They showed you what you have oppressed. And letting go means I let you do your stuff. I focus on myself. I work on my self-concept. I work on the stuff that I have oppressed. And I trust in this connection. I give it to spirit that it will come in the right time. And the right time is not set in stone. It's not a date. It's your own frequency, because again, they are your mirror and they will mirror you as soon as you are ready. Not as soon as they are ready, as soon as you are ready. And what do I mean by that? Well, it is the law of assumption, basically. And more physicists think that we may live in a holographic universe. There's different timelines, and everything already has been created. As Neville Goddard said, creation is finished. And I do have a video about that as well. You'll find it below. And that means that the union timeline already exists, and you never met them and you never get together and all of that in between. And you always get the timeline that matches your frequency, not theirs, because they exist multiple times, and in some they are ready and some they're not. And you always get what mirrors yourself. And when you're ready, you shift to the timeline where they are ready as well at the same time as you are. So you never have to worry about them not being ready. And I believe I just said earlier that they are the reflection of your own inner divine feminine or masculine. And if you heal, then of course your own inner feminine and your own inner masculine heals. And since they are the 3D reflection of your own inner feminine or masculine, and that has evolved, then of course the reflection is showing that. So don't worry about them. So that is what letting go means. I trust that it will come when the timing, and timing is energy, when the energy is right. A bad twin flame coach would tell you you need to let go of them, and by that mean oppress your feelings, give up, and go and date someone else. But that is not what feels right, right? If it does not feel right, why does it not feel right? Because it's not what your soul wants to do. That advice is very bad advice, because basically it means oppress your stuff, don't evolve, go find someone else, and they're the bad person. If they're not growing, that's on them. But that is not how this works. It's not how it works. So letting go, again, it does not mean to oppress your feelings for them. And some even say you shouldn't think about them. And that's total BS as well, because you think about them automatically, and if you then try to fight your thoughts, you're not making it better, because it creates resistance, and resistance is making it worse, because the more we put energy into something, the more the universe is mirroring that back to us. So when they come into your mind, talk to them. Hey, I'm so glad you just reached out, because they did reach out energetically, and that's what you want to manifest, right? Them reaching out. So when you think about them as if they were there in that moment, your subconscious mind will believe it. And we want to change your frequency from, oh, I'm in this situation that's really complicated, and no, I'm already in union on my inside. And I do have videos on that, on the inner union. Link is below if you want to know more about that. So a bad twin flame coach would tell you, no, don't think about them, but you are absolutely allowed to think about them, and you shouldn't resist it. You know, they don't come faster if you know, like, try to think about them more now. But if they come into your mind, it's not whether or not you think about them, it's how do you think about them? Do you think about them as toxic and absent, or do you think about them as, oh, we are already connected and happy together? Because that is how manifesting works. Again, check out my videos for more information on that. So that is another big topic, how you would recognize a bad twin flame coach. Yeah, another thing a bad twin flame coach would do is they may talk a lot about the third party situation, if there is one. And a good twin flame coach would not do that, because a good twin flame coach in the ascended person would know that the more we focus on something, I just said it, the bigger it becomes. So if you want to get rid of a third party, then we can manifest that. If you need help with that, you can reach out, of course. But the more we think about the third party, it's an order to the universe. It's a law of assumption. The universe always gives you more of where you put your focus on. So the more you think about the third party, the longer you will keep the third party there energetically, and that person cannot, your twin flame or specific person cannot get over them. So if that coach talks a lot about the karmics or third parties, their focus is still on the problem, and kind of like still in this victim mentality, like they're doing something, they're not choosing me. Or some are even worse, like the karmic is evil and she put a spell on your person, on your twin flame. Oh my God, if you have one of those coaches, please run. Please run, because again, you manifest everything. Creation is finished. The universe already created every possible outcome for you, and nobody has control over what you get. You always get what matches your assumptions. That is the law of assumption. It's a universal law. It is not just valid for some people, not for others. It is valid for all of us, just like the law of like gravitation, you know. Or have you seen people like floating away? It's a universal law. So if they're talking about the evil karmic, and I do have a video about the third party as well, you can check it out. I tell you, I've already made videos on pretty much everything twin flame related you can imagine. Check out my twin flame 101 playlist. But if they focus a lot on the karmic, please don't let that person coach you, because it's not going to take you anywhere. Another thing an unawakened twin flame coach would tell you is, well, maybe you will get union with them in the next life. Not all twin flames can have union in this life. First of all, I don't think there are next lives anymore. I used to believe that, but then I realized, oh my God, if time really does not exist, if it's just something that we experience, and also physicists more and more believe that, and spiritual people like gurus or enlightened people have set that for, I don't know, for like forever, right? But if time is an illusion, then of course past lives and future lives are an illusion as well. There is only the now. However, we can connect to other stream of consciousnesses or souls in other time periods, because again, it is all happening in the now, and we can interpret their experiences as our own, like, past life experiences. But no, as I said earlier, creation is finished. Everything you can possibly imagine exists, which means the timeline where you and your person can have union, it does exist. It's not meant for you in another life. If the universe gives you a heart's desire, like being with that person, you can have it, because the universe is not messing with you like, okay, we just wanted to see what you would do. We just wanted to, I don't know, have the image of a kid and an aunt and a magnifying glass. That's not what spirit would do. Spirit gives you a heart's desire also to push you forward, so you feel motivated to do the shadow work and to get there. It's like the donkey and the carrot. But in the end, you can get that carrot, you can get that union, and not in a future life in this one. Okay, spirit is not that cruel. They don't play dice. Like, you get union, but you don't. Maybe you get union. We haven't decided for you yet, but yeah, you definitely union, and you, nope, never. Maybe in 10 lives. That's not what spirit does. So as soon as you want union, it automatically means it has been created. Otherwise, you would not be able to have that desire. And that also brings us to the last sign of a bad twin flame coach, because they are connected. They will tell you that not all twin flames can get 3D union, and even worse, that you shouldn't even want it. They're like, I'm so enlightened, I don't want to have twin flame union anymore. Yeah. Maybe you will have in your journey sometimes phases where you are feeling very much connected to everything, and you are no longer in this missing energy. And that should be the goal of the journey, to get you out of this longing and missing energy. Because if you are in longing energy, you cannot manifest them. You have to get into the energy of already being with them by manifesting it, by visualizing, by affirming, by scripting, whatever technique. Again, I have an entire playlist of techniques and another playlist on affirmations on manifesting. Check it out. As humans, we have a strong urge to be connected to others. We have the urge, of course, for sexuality, for intimacy, and connection that exceeds friendship. That is how we are wired. It's in our DNA. It's part of our 3D life, and it's nothing bad. Of course, there are souls who choose not to do it. I don't know, like hermits or people going to monasteries and becoming monks. But most of us, we have the desire to get union, and or at least a love connection and sexuality and all of that is connected to it. Having that one person, and that is not a bad thing at all. And I think it's a lot, again, of spiritual ego, or maybe even spiritual bypassing, to like, yeah, I don't want. Maybe they don't want it. Maybe they seriously don't want it, but I don't buy it. Not if you're like on a twin flame journey, I don't buy it. I will buy it if you like are in a monastery, or you're living in your woods, or however, and you say, I'm happy single, I want to be single, not because I'm distorted and I'm scared to get hurt, but because other reasons. There are people who, for example, are asexual and they don't long for this because they're not wired that way. But most of us, we do have the longing to get a true love connection. And of course, when we love someone, we have the longing to have that true love connection with the person we actually love. As I said earlier, if you have the longing, it automatically means you can have it, because spirit would not give you a longing that you cannot have. So the union timeline with that specific person, it does exist. Otherwise, you would not be able to see yourself with them. By seeing yourself with them, you have probably daydreamed being with them, right? Or in some kind of way, or just had the wish. Let's say a daydream is maybe like a memory from another timeline. It already exists. You can have it. So don't feel bad for wanting to have union. The thing is, we should get out of the energy where we need it to be happy. But needing and wanting are not the same thing. If you need it, well, then there is still lack inside of you and you're no match for it. You will have to overcome that need by being happy within yourself. But that does not mean that you don't want it. Because true love, usually it comes like the cherry on top, and you have created that happy life for yourself because you have learned to let go of people who harm you. You have found your dream job. You created a life that makes you happy, and you have learned to treat yourself and to take good care of yourself. So you are in a good place before union comes, and then the person comes like on top of that. That is, and how it is. And I think maybe some of those people, they confuse wanting with needing, because no, you don't need twin flame union before you get it. Like when you're close to getting it, you don't need it to be happy anymore, but you know that having it would make you even more happy, because again, we all want to share our life with that special someone. And if like a coach would shame you for that or say no, you shouldn't want that, let them talk and go get another coach. Well, that was my video on 7 signs of a bad twin flame coach. And if you want coaching with me personally, then you can reach out. My contact information is below. If you don't vibe with me, that is fine as well. But if you go look for a coach, then you can tell by these things, like how far they are ascended, or if they're still very much stuck in their ego. And if they're very much stuck still in their ego, they might not even be twin flames, because twin flame again would push you forwards on your ascension, on your journey. But if they're still stuck very much on their ego, it can be dangerous or harmful to you to intake their limiting beliefs, because again, the law of assumption is always giving you the experience that matches your assumptions. And if you have negative assumptions like this, then you cannot get union. Well, those people are right then. As long as they're holding on to these assumptions, they will not get union. But you can. So either work on yourself, do it alone, check out my videos, or find a coach that you trust and that person can help you. And yes, I wish you all the best on your journey now. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I see you in personal coaching or another video. Until then, as usually, I wish you all the best now. Bye bye.